What is up, guys? I wanted to make this quick little video today to update you guys on what's going on with the two-way radios and stuff like that. And also to say thank you to YouTube user TDFirealarms, Tony Jericho, for sending me this Kenwood,
349 to shop.
this Kenwood NX-800H. A lot of you guys are probably asking yourselves, why does he have a third NX-800?
My back heater fan is making noise again.
Turn that down.
Want to look at it tonight? Do it tomorrow?
He sent me this in exchange for sending him, we did a trade. He traded me this NX-800 for two fire alarms, or actually three fire alarm devices I sent him. And he had several of these units which came out of garbage trucks, supposedly, and they were just being thrown out. So he had a few of these and asked me if I wanted to trade, so I traded him two fire alarm devices, and he traded me this. And like I said, a lot of you might be surprised that I've got a third NX-800. This is actually an NX-800H, so it's a 45 watt, same thing as this one. But what I'm actually going to be doing with this radio, I'm not going to be keeping it. This is probably going to be the only day I'm going to have this thing, if all goes as planned. I just got this thing in the mail. I'm actually going to be trading this to the bus company. As you guys know, Illinois Central School Bus, the company that provides my school district with transportation, uses these things. I actually got this NX-800 from Illinois Central. And the story is, my bus has a, as you guys might know, the bus I ride has a Kenwood TK8150 unit in it. They use these, they use 8180s, they use 8150s, but the most commonly seen unit are these, the most commonly seen model on the bus fleet are these NX800 units, NX800H actually. They use the H units, high power. And what I'm thinking I'm going to do is actually trade this away to the bus company in exchange for the TK8150 that's on my bus. And the reason why I'm doing this is because not only so I can get an older unit, I've already got two NX800s here. I would like to get one of those older 8150 units. And my bus driver, ever since she got the 8150 installed in her bus, she did have one of these NX800s installed in her bus, but the shop accidentally swapped it out. Her radio was giving her problems, and they swapped it out thinking it was the radio itself, but it ended up being the antenna. So when they swapped the radios out, they never bothered to put the old NX800 back in there. They just put it on the shelf with the rest of them in the shop, and they never actually put that one back in there. So my bus currently has this old, huge, TK8150 unit hanging from like two screws on the mounting bracket. And my bus driver does want one that has a clock on it. So what I'm going to see about doing, I'm going to bring this on the bus tomorrow, talk to my bus driver, and, see if she can bring this to the shop and see if the shop mechanic will install this in our bus. And in exchange, if he can give me the TK8150. When I got this unit, I just got done cleaning it up the best I could. It was pretty dirty when I got it, garbage truck, kind of makes sense. So I cleaned it up the best I could. This is besides, you guys can see with the flash on, there's some yellowing going on the buttons, but besides that, this thing is in pretty darn nice shape. Looks like this company, the garbage truck company, purchased it in 2011. There's some information on the bottom, even though the camera's not going to focus in on that. But pretty nice unit. So I cleaned it up. I put the Illinois Central programming file on it. When I got this radio, I got the Illinois Central programming file, and this programming file is pretty much the same one they use across all the NX800 units. It has all the towns on it, so the bus can be moved to a different terminal to use at that terminal, and the driver can just change the channel and go to that terminal. So I got the programming file from this one, and I actually had several programming files from a few different NX800s. I pulled the programming file off of. You know, I've pulled a few programming files from the company's two-way radios. So I saved those onto my laptop, and I ended up putting one of those programming files onto this one. I made a couple edits to the programming file. You know, this channel here, on their radios it says Batavia, but that is not correct. It is actually St. Charles, so I changed that for them. For this unit, that's correct. Carroll Stream, that's the terminal that it will be used at. And also, as you guys can see, this company, they use a white permanent marker to put the Fleet Sync ID on their radios. I don't have a white permanent marker, and I don't have the heart to graffiti all over one of these things, so I made a little ID tag. And to put it over here, this is the Fleet Sync ID for this unit. I assigned it the ID 1104456, which, as you guys know, is a common ID. You know, I've told you guys this before. This is the common Fleet Sync ID among a lot of these units on their fleet. So, you know, it'll a lot of those, since all the radios pretty much share the same ID, a lot of them go into selective call alert when they receive a call from when a different radio transmits that has the same ID on it. So that's just what I did. Changed the programming file, you know, got that correct. I made sure all the channels are on here from all over the state of Illinois, so this can be used, you know, if the bus has to be moved at some point to a different terminal, it can be moved. It's got all these channels on it. I think close, you know, probably over 50 channels. And all these are on here. So, yeah. There's that. And I tested it. Transmits clear audio. Receives pretty good. And besides that, yeah, so this is probably the only time you guys are going to see this particular unit. It depends on, hopefully the bus company will do a tray with me. I'm not sure, like maybe it's against company policy for something like this to happen. But in my opinion, you know, I would strongly suggest they take this unit, because it's a lot better than the one they're going to be giving me if this trade works out. You know, if they give me the 8150 from that's on my bus right now, they would be getting this unit, which is much better than the TK8150. My bus driver will have her clock display, which is what she wants, and they'll have a pretty good NX-800 unit here. So that's pretty much it. Hopefully, you know, again, hopefully the shop will, you know, it shouldn't be a big deal. Hopefully the mechanic will just take out the old one and quickly swap it out for this one. And hopefully I'll have this one in my school bus in a few days. You know, I'm sure my bus driver will be happy about it, but we'll see what the shop mechanic says. Hopefully he'll be willing to put this in and give me the one that's currently on there. And hopefully the next time, if you guys do see this thing again, it should actually be installed on the bus. But all ready to go here. I will. I'm going to go ahead and pause the video, and I'll see if I can get any chatter on this thing. The buses are still out. There's a few of them still out, so I'll see if I can get some chatter on this thing, and I'll let you guys hear a few transmissions, but I'm not sure if I'll hear anything. So, there you guys go. Thanks for watching, and that'll be it.
9-4, Clarissa, thank you.
Entrance. 830 North Entrance, 10-4, thank you.
There's that selective call I was telling you guys about. As you guys can see, that was one of the radios that has the 1104456 ID. So this radio will go into selective call when a majority of the other radios key up. Well, like I said, this is how a lot of the company's radios work. So anyway, it's probably about all I'm going to be able to pick up on this thing. It's starting to get pretty late, so there's not as many school buses out at this time. So anyway, once again, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys later.